going to be close. 2.5 kilometres just about, and 9 seconds in advantage. We can see the quick step riders here are just suffering a bit, but Cannondale coming, and that's what I think will really kill off our 5 men. If some other teams come who have been taking it a bit easy, you just need 1 or 2 riders to up the pace, and we can see here, on this straight, they can see them out there just dangling out in front. It's going to be not possible for them.
Stealing a little look behind reveals that we're inside 10 seconds for these riders up front. They do have the advantage of being able to tiptoe through these last couple of corners and make a clean line through it. Up front, Fabio Fellini of Androni Giocattoli as Cannondale riders pull off, and Bardiani Valvole riders trying to get to the front, of course. Pushing hard inside the final 1800 metres. Mark Cavendish in good shape, is being delivered well so far. And it's all up for the break as Fellini steals a little look behind. With 1500 metres remaining, Bart de Backer is still able to generate decent power. But the bunch are coming up behind, and surely not with 1300 metres remaining. See the massive pace that they're able to generate up front, or up front of the bunch as they close down. So the 5 riders up front have made it to the final kilometre and are still riding as 5, so they're still going to, well, they're putting it up to the bunch, and they've still got to ride. So it's not about setting it up just for the riders in their wheel. They've still got to chase all the way to the line. Amiga Pharma Quickstep are pushing hard, and Mark Cavendish sitting 3rd wheel inside the final 700 metres. Is there a possibility that these riders could stay out front? Well, I've been saying all day that there's absolutely no way that it can happen. Bart de Backer has gone to the front, gives a little flick, but at this stage they're going to be caught by the bunch inside the final kilometre. It's been a fabulous effort. Now Fabio Fellini decides to go for a long one, but the bunch are coming, and here comes Mark Cavendish and crew sitting well up, and the 2 AG2R sprinters, Apollonia and is also trying to get involved. Mark Cavendish trying to leave it as late as possible. Some of the other riders trying to jump as early as they can, get the lead on Mark Cavendish, who is one lead-out man as they go for the line. It's Cavendish on the right-hand side. Nasser Bouhanni in his wheel ever so slightly, and we saw one of the Bardiani riders badly. It's Cavendish that gets the victory. He wins stage 12, 3rd stage victory of the race. Nasser Bouhanni couldn't get out of his wheel. Great effort, but fantastic performance from Mark Cavendish to take the 100th victory of his career. A great effort too by Luka Mezgec in 3rd place for Argus Shimano, but Mark Cavendish, his face indicates what a tough day it's been and how much of it he stayed up towards the front, and while he was left out front in the last few hundred metres.
Yes, and left out early. Steegman's taking it up quite well, just set him off in the sprint there, but again Steegman was just really suffering to keep it going there, and Mark Cavendish had to take it up a bit easy. We can see the pain on his face, and Bouhanni was really good in the wheel. I was afraid that he was going to get over him, but Cavendish holding on quite well.
And Bradley Wiggins, the clock ticks down, but it's not relevant at this point really, because the times were taken with 3 kilometres to go. That's as we understood it. So they've knocked it off, and they'll just roll in and try and recover as best they can. Now Mark Cavendish is able to celebrate, because that looked like it was a really, really tough one. Super day all day for Amiga Pharma Quickstep. Great performance too by Nasser Bouhanni. Great effort too by Luka Mezgec for the Team Argus Shimano squad, especially given that John Degenkolb has already taken a stage victory for them, and he's their regular go-to sprinter. He's gone home a few days ago.
And of course in Team Agus Shaman, they have a number of guys who can, you know, do well in the sprint. Koen de Kort as well, you know, he is a specialist in leading out the sprint, so they had a few men there who could play for a stage victory with Degenkolb, but not in the race anymore.
So one of the Valvoni riders was impeded, or he felt he was impeded just coming to the line. I think it was Sasha Modolo. Could have been Enrico Betteglin, but Modolo, I believe, is the Sky Train works their way forlornly through the last couple of kilometres, the last onto the finishing straight. Been a long day. They're still riding hard, just in case I suppose the organisers change their mind. Yeah, I thought they were just winding their way towards the finish, but as you get a sight of their faces, you get an indication that they're making an effort.
Yes, and of course the organisers, you know, can call it. We're going to make it at 3 kilometres to finish the time to be taken. But as you get onto the circuit, you know, the rain stops, so it's possible that there was a late decision that they did decide, you know, to go all the way to the line. And it looks like the way Sky are riding at the moment, there's quite a bit of urgency there.
Yeah, Matthew Drew says GC time isn't taken at 3 kilometres. That's only if there's a crash or mechanical. Well, no, they changed the rules today. They decided because of the weather conditions that they were going to take the GC time at 3 kilometres. So just a little bit of an alteration to the rules today. And one way or another, it's been a very, very disappointing day for Bradley Wiggins. Plenty of questions that perhaps he might think about going home and trying to recover and maybe think about riding the Tour. That will be the inevitable speculation in the coming days. But for now, Bradley Wiggins can at least be relieved that the pain and suffering is over for another day. But it's his fellow countryman, his former teammate at Sky, that is the one celebrating today. The break almost managed to hang on, and Fabio Fellini with the latest of late attacks. He went early in the sprint, but not a hope of hanging on at that point. And Stegemans delivers Mark Cavendish with about just over 250 metres to go, but it's been a hard day out there, and Buhani just impedes Sasha Modolo a little bit, or Modolo felt he was impeded. I don't think there's anything that Buhani did wrong there. And super effort too from Mezgec to get up for 3rd position. And Mark Cavendish with that distinctive style, low over the bars, powering away, and Modolo has to make that little adjustment, and that's all hopes of finishing in the top 3 were done from there. Buhani timed it all well, but just didn't quite have the pace of Cavendish today. Another perfect performance, and Omega Pharma Quickstep are starting to get that sprint train working well. Here's confirmation of stage results of stage 12. Mark Cavendish